Hello and welcome to Mans Who Play Mons, episode 51. This, of course, is our randomized Generation 1 Pokemon Battle Recap Twitch show. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Nobeard.
You're still on that, are you?
What's your name?
I'm Matt, and I'm in the same box as Ilya today.
Also known as Room.
I escaped from my box.
Oh, you mean like virtual box, yeah.
Yes.
Also, please disregard the poops. I left Matt unattended for 5 minutes, and he had to add a little something to the chat, which I do not approve of.
I approve of it.
Well, I imagine that you do, since you're the one who put it there.
Did you say what the premise is?
I did, in fact. Maybe you weren't listening. Perhaps you should try listening instead of not listening.
I don't think you did.
I absolutely said what the premise is.
Okay.
So yeah.
Why do I look so wee?
Because you are. You're a wee lad.
I don't know.
I would like to point out that we have
in the
our
same box.
No, that's already been pointed out. I would like to point out that we have our K once again. It is not the same K, not the fancy metal K.
It's terrible.
Listen, it's a K. It doesn't matter how a K looks. It matters that it's a K and that we have it.
Did you make that all by yourself?
In fact, you were there when I made it, so you needn't ask because you know the answer.
Oh, I didn't notice you were writing something.
You thought it just appeared full formed? Like,
yeah.
I had it in a drawer somewhere?
Yes, it emerged from its head.
Yeah. So, yeah. We, of course, missed our last episode because I was in Maui.
Yep.
Not to brag, but I was in Maui.
I wasn't in Maui.
Yeah. And I was worried about doing this show because I came back from Maui only yesterday, and so I was concerned that the massive time difference would make me jet-lagged and dead, but I feel okay.
Oh, there he is! There he is, he's right there!
Yeah, I'm right here.
I can do this thing and I can point now.
Yeah, I'm right here. So I made it, and...
See, yours doesn't work.
It works. Yeah, a lot of visual humor in this one. So...
Humor might be a charitable way to describe.
Visual activity.
There's a lot of visual
things happening, yeah.
Except not over where I usually live. Look, there's no... See, over...
That way. Great job. Hey, you know what I say to that? You know what I say to that?
You're gonna flip me off?
Yeah. So yeah, I feel okay. I had a big old sleep last night. I'm doing all right. And yeah, I think we're good to do our show.
We're good to do our show.
Is there? So I know that you have a segment that you prepared.
I was bamboozled into doing a segment.
I did not bamboozle you. You brought up this idea.
I was bamboozled.
Well, would you like to
doing a segment? It's a draft. We're doing another draft.
Oh, when you said it's a draft, I thought you meant like it's a draft of a segment, like it's version 1, you know?
No, it's a draft.
Like it needs editing?
Like sports.
Okay, like sports.
It's a draft like sports.
Or like Magic the Gathering.
Or like that.
All right. So let's dive into this draft. And this is it here. I'm going to...
Oh, wow, you didn't even make it nice.
How... What? Oh, you mean like put marquee tags everywhere? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I didn't...
Or at least not have it in a paste bin.
You put it in the paste bin.
I put the paste bin to send it to you, so you could make it look nice.
You didn't... Yeah, you never asked me to make it look nice. You just put it in a paste bin.
I thought that was implied.
Well, the implication was not taken.
Yeah, no, it was not understood in the way that it was obvious. Look, we're even showing a banner ad. We're not even getting paid for it.
Well, to be fair,
we're blocking most of it.
We're blocking most of the banner ad.
Look at that beautiful motion.
Yeah, there's like an actor you can kind of see.
It's a Linux tutorial, beginner's introduction to Linux operating system.
Oh, I guess they can read that. That's fine. So yeah, this is our segment. So what we're doing here is...
This is
fine.
This is beyond awful.
This is great. This is perfect. What we're doing here is we are going to draft Pokemon bugs. So these are bugs in the game of Pokemon. We are going to, talk about which ones we enjoy most and which ones we enjoy least.
Well, no, we're gonna draft them.
Yeah, that's basically it's a very similar concept to what I said.
No, but you're saying we're going to discuss which ones we enjoy and not enjoy. We're going to draft them.
All right, fine. We're going to
in our
draft them.
order of preference.
So I guess since you do you want to do the honors of starting off the draft?
No, we
since
gotta flip a coin.
All right, fine. Do you have a coin?
No.
Well, great. So you're going to volunteer me to flip a coin.
Yes.
All right. I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
Yep. Cashless economy, baby.
Okay.
Who's carrying coins?
I am.
Who's carrying coins?
So you can call them there. All right.
Yeah. Heads. Way to launch it right at the computer.
Well, it adds to the drama. This is, I believe this is Tails. Definitely Tails.
Yeah, that's a gateway arch, I think.
Hold on. Let's see if I can show it to the camera. Can anybody see
this
this
is a compelling
coin?
Video.
This coin, is this visible to anybody?
Just stop. Is that the gateway arch, though?
Yeah.
Remember when you were obsessed with the gateway arch?
I wouldn't say I was obsessed with it.
You were obsessed with the gateway arch.
I thought it was neat.
You had you were like seeing it in dreams and stuff. I think you remember telling me a dream where you went to Seattle and the gateway arch was there.
Oh yeah, that does seem like a thing I would dream.
Yeah. I don't know why. Why were you? What power does the gateway arch have? Over
It's just it's like this very crisp it's a coin. Thank you. Hold on. So a viewer has informed us that the thing I was showing in the video was a coin, which I was not aware of. So thank you.
Thanks.
The thing about the gateway arch is it is like a very neat and crisp and mathematical thing. It is just an arch. It's just like a gigantic arch that's just standing there in the middle of whatever, a city or something. And I think it's neat that you just have this big geometrical object there.
When you drive past a soccer field, are you oh, I love this rectangle. It's so regular.
No, because the thing is, first of all, it's on the ground, and secondly, you see rectangles everywhere. You don't see arches willy-nilly just out there. You don't just see a random ass giant arch.
If you lived in Roman times, you would think differently. Every single aqueduct is just arch after arch.
Yeah, well, I think I'd like to.
You'd be sick of it.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd like to live in Roman times, but I think I would enjoy seeing all those arches.
Yeah, I wouldn't like not having many things that I enjoy.
Yeah, although you would still have central heating.
It probably would be horrible though.
But it would be central heating.
Work bad.
Anyway,
all right, let's look at this horrible
let's figure. All right, so I'm leading off, right? Because I won the coin flip.
Yep, you're leading off.
Do we want to describe what these bugs are? Or are we going to do that as we
we'll do it as we pick them.
All right. So does line 1 count as one of the bugs?
No, that's the title of the section.
Do you want to explain?
There should be a semicolon.
Do you want to explain what the title?
I typed a semicolon.
The title is "If Schwa won't say the glitches, this list will."
Okay, so this is back when I used to run a Pokemon battle simulator called Open Pokemon.
Who hasn't done that in their lives?
Yeah, just it's puberty, I don't know, getting your license, running a Pokemon simulator.
Yeah,
it's just
rite of passage.
Yeah, rite of passage. That's exactly the word I was trying to think of. There was a person who was just... I would say he was obsessed with it, but he was sort of a hanger-on in the... He liked what was going on with the simulator as a concept.
Yeah.
But his interactions with it were tinged with a little bit of hostility.
Yeah.
And at one point he was mad because I was just very busy, and he was finding some bugs with the simulator, some of which were actual bugs, some of which were him being a no-brain. But he just makes this post on this internet message board that I had a topic on for it. If Schwa won't post a list of glitches, then I will. And it was just it was also for a really old version of the software. So it's I had to go in and be like, oh buddy, please just stop it.
Yeah, it was as though he was making this very heroic move, as though he was like Spartacus or something.
Yeah, I'm just this Pokemon slumlord.
Yeah, you're this evil emperor of Pokemon.
Right, and it's dude, you could probably just fucking use Net Battle if you don't like it.
Anyhow,
people didn't like it, and they did mostly use Net Battles.
Which good for them.
No, Net Battle sucked.
All right, so let's
Net Battle put a fucking rootkit on your computer.
Really?
Yes.
That's cute.
Cute. Okay, that's not the term I would use, but.
Well, it brought us a lot of great quotes, so
it did.
Overall, I think it did good in the world.
Again.
You'll have to tell me about the rootkit thing later because that's
I keep
interesting.
on popping off the screen.
Well, try not doing that.
Okay.
Instead of doing that, try not doing that.
Lean in.
Hey, buddy. Okay, let's look at these glitches. So we got
The problem. I have to look over here.
we got the 1 out of 226 miss. We got the hyper beam recharge. We got focus energy glitch.
Do we really have to go through them all? Just pick.
Listen.
Pick.
I'm trying.
Pick.
I'm trying.
Pick.
I am trying.
All right, go.
So we got the counter carryover glitch. We got item duplication. We got the Mew glitch. We got arbitrary code execution, link battle desync, glitch city, 263 HP recovery, bad stat things, and toxic seed.
You don't like an asinine stat recalculation?
No, it's good. I like it. So it's tough. It's tough to pick the best one out of these.
Oh no, it's easy.
Well, maybe for you it is.
And you're gonna pick the wrong one. I know it.
Here's the thing. This one I'm picking largely out of sentimental value, and out of how much it kind of exposes. For me, it is the item duplication or missing no glitch.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So this is the one. This is maybe the best well-known glitch in all of the original Pokemon games.
This glitch has a Wikipedia entry.
And that's impressive. And basically, the way this glitch works is you go to Viridian City, you talk to this old man who shows you how to catch a Weedle, and then that like ends up overwriting the bits you used to store the last Pokemon area, like the last Pokemon in the area that you were in. And then you fly to Cinnabar Island and you sail up, you take a Pokemon and you swim up and down the right coast, the easternmost coast of the island, which, due to a second bug, that coast doesn't have any ingrained information about which Pokemon should be there. It knows that Pokemon should be there, it doesn't know which one should be there. But if you just go one pixel, or like one grid area off that very like coastline, then you get a normal like water area. And so you're going along this coast, and the information for which Pokemon you should be encountering is coming from this old man encounter, and it's like coming from your name, your trainer's name. And then you end up seeing all these crazy glitch Pokemon like Missing No and shit, and then like you also get your items duplicated. And you can get like crazy amounts of items, like rare candies, and you can like get glitch Pokemon, and you can break the Hall of Records if you catch a Missing No and like put it into...
No, just if you encounter it.
Ooh, okay.
That's because it's the image, the sprite, it's decompressing non-sprite data, so it's like it's extending into buffers beyond where it thinks it should extend into, and right after that buffer is the Hall of Fame information.
Nice. So yeah, basically this glitch is like just a very big one. It kind of left a big impression on a lot of people. It's one of the ways you can get Mew in the game without going... You can get Mew.
You can't get Mew from the Missing No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
There's there's no letter that corresponds to Index 15.
Okay, well you can get a lot of Pokemon from it, and you can get ones that don't exist, and it's...
That's why the Mew glitch was so big.
All right. Anyway, I'm just a fan. I'm just a big fan of this glitch.
Uh-huh. Also, do you know why it duplicates the item?
I don't want to hear about it.
Okay.
let's not go.
I'll tell you later, or you don't even want to hear about that.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel later.
All right. Fuck you. All right. My top pick in the draft is the 1 out of 256 miss.
It's a good one.
I love this so much. I think this adds so much to the game, and anyone who thinks it detracts from the game can go fuck themselves. And that's it, really. It's just like adding that little bit of thing where something appears to be a certainty and it isn't. To me, like, that's really how games should be. Like, you should never really be out of it.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Short and sweet. That's my top pick in the draft. All right, so that's off the board, and Missing No's off the board.
All right. The next one for me, I think, has to be Hyper Beam Recharge. I think if you compare Hyper Beam in how it works in Stadium versus how it works in RBY, it is just a world of difference. Like, it is so much worse of a move in Stadium, where it has to recharge no matter what happens. Whereas in the original games, the glitch is basically if you feint the enemy Pokemon with Hyper Beam, then you don't have to have the recharge turn. You can just use another move afterwards. So that takes Hyper Beam and it makes it, not like an incredible move, but like certainly a good one. And I just like that it takes this glitch, takes this move that like otherwise wouldn't be particularly viable and makes it actually useful.
Yep. I have nothing to say about that. Solid choice. I'm going with arbitrary code execution.
All
for
right.
mine. I mean, this one is just like, it's like if you nerd out about like data representation and stuff, like this is your dream glitch. This is something that basically just lets you rip apart the game.
And so, do you want to give and let me underscore the word short here. Do you want to give a short description of what this glitch is?
Basically, it's a way where you can just make the game do anything.
And like, how do you, again, briefly
yeah.
speaking,
well,
how do you make
it happen? You got to go very full on for the missing no thing. So
listen though.
Yes.
The missing no glitch is, it holds a special place in my heart. It was my number one pick.
Okay. So your first pick, you get to do a whole bunch.
Yeah, you get to go poetic about your favorite thing.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. The way I'll describe it is, you trick the game into thinking you have a lot more items than you do. Things get interpreted as items that aren't items. They point to data that you can manipulate, namely the names of your Pokemon, and from there you can basically write a small program that bootstraps your ability to write a larger program, which bootstraps your ability to write a then larger program, and then all of a sudden your Pokemon game has become like a Breakout or Tetris game or something like that.
Yeah, very cute. Always cute when you can do that in a game.
Yeah, it's like it's stupid. It's like not the sort of like glitch that like is going to, make like a 10-year-old excited, but to me it's like the classic like destroy the game sort of glitch.
All right, I'm going to take a how shall I say? I'm gonna make a controversial choice here for my next pick, and for my next pick, I'm going to choose the focus energy glitch.
What?
So
why would you pick that one that high? That's the worst one on the board.
I told you it was a controversial choice.
Okay, why the hell would you ever pick this?
So here's what the glitch is. Focus energy is a move, which what it's meant to do is it's meant to increase your Pokemon's chance to crit by a factor of 4. So if your Pokemon has like a 20% chance to crit, it would turn into an 80% chance to crit. Certainly a move that would be really good if it worked, would definitely change how the game played, would be like useful and interesting and like a good addition to the game in a lot of different ways because of actually other glitches, which we probably won't discuss here, about how critical hits work. It's actually a pretty big glitch that we haven't actually added to this list, which
I don't think that's a glitch.
Critical hits ignoring stats?
I absolutely don't think that's a glitch because that behavior is somewhat preserved in later versions of the game.
Okay. Anyway.
And in Stadium.
Anyhow.
That's definitely not a glitch.
If focus energy worked the way it's meant to work, it would be an interesting and useful move. The thing it does instead, and this is what I think is beautiful, is it takes your Pokemon's chance to crit and divides it by 4. So instead of going from 20% chance to crit to 80%, you go from 20% to 5%. And so the move is like worse than useless. It like actively makes your Pokemon do worse things. I guess you can conjure up like some dumb scenarios where it could actually be good, but like overall, this move just like is awful, just terrible, and I just think it's a very funny glitch. I just think it's a hilarious glitch.
This is a baffling and terrible selection.
Here's the thing. I would much rather the glitch not be there. I'd much rather focus energy actually work. But I just love this glitch as a concept. It's just it always tickles me.
Unbelievable. If that fell to me, I would take nothing over taking that one last.
All right, what's next?
I'm gonna go with Glitch City.
Yeah, it's fun.
Glitch City is really fun. Glitch City basically makes you walk around on a map that is not a map at all and is just all screwed up. And it has to do with the fact that the game kind of forgets what's some of its state when you shut it off and turn it back on. So you can save in the Safari Zone under certain circumstances and then get out and it thinks you're still there. I especially like this one because this one factored into a dream that I had once. Because
of
at
course
one
it
point,
did.
yeah, you're sort of walking through, like the way that this sort of manifests is you're walking sort of through the overworld in Pokemon, and at some point, if you're in the Safari Zone, it's this place where you have this limited number of steps, and there's a ding dong, and then it's like over, and you teleport out. This, you're just sort of in the overworld, and you have this ding dong, and you teleport out. What? Ding dong?
Every time you say ding dong, I just imagine there's like a snack cake inside the game. It's like, oh great, I get a little treat.
Yeah. So anyway, I had a dream where this sort of ding dong happened, but then instead of my character teleporting away, it started spinning upside down, and text came up on the screen that said, "Professor Oak gave Matt a swirly." So
One of your all-time great dreams.
yeah, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, that's why I like this glitch.
All right. The next one for me is going to be counter carryover. This is a glitch
Another
where
terrible one.
this is a glitch where you can perform the move counter and it can carry over. So what counter is supposed to do is if you're hit with a physical or a fighting move, then it does double the damage against the offending Pokemon. What this glitch does is it basically lets you apply counter against like things that happened previously that were not done by like the actual in the current turn, basically. So it's like it stores the information about like which move was last used, and you can apply a counter and have it work even though it kind of shouldn't. And in actually, in a recent battle that we did here, we had a counter carryover where neither the Pokemon doing the countering or the Pokemon taking the counter damage was involved in the move that was being countered, which is incredible. The reason I like this glitch is it's kind of in a similar vein to what I like about the Hyper Beam glitch, where it takes a move that's kind of so-so and it makes it a little bit better. And I also kind of like that it sort of allows these ludicrous situations to happen where you're countering things that make absolutely no sense for you to be countering. So it's just kind of a combination of a cute glitch and one that makes the move a little bit better.
See, to me, this is a terrible glitch because, like the Hyper Beam one, like you can build a narrative around like why it works the way it does. The counter thing is just
Nonsense.
It's too ludicrous.
I like that aspect of it though.
It's too ludicrous.
As one of our beloved comp sci professors once told us, bits is bits.
Well, I get that. I mean, I'm typically the biggest advocate for bits is bits, but I don't think this is not something that if I were doing a clone of the game I would ever implement ever.
All right.
Under no circumstances.
Well, we are divided on that one. What's next for you?
Has no one picked Mew Glitch?
Nope.
Okay, Mew Glitch. Mew Glitch is awesome. Mew Glitch is another one of those like really break the game in a weird way.
Yeah.
Sort of glitches where basically you can catch any Pokemon by going through a ridiculous set of stuff, and it's one of those things where it seems so strange that it seems intentional, but it isn't. Like it's just like a cavalcade of like three different, or I guess more of a cascade, not a cavalcade, of just like three different weird things.
Yeah, I like the aspect of the Mew Glitch where it turns Pokemon into this like weird timing game where you have to like pause the game just as an enemy trainer recognizes you, and then you have to fly away. It's just a very strange thing to do.
Yeah. You're probably getting a trend. I'm really into these.
Yeah.
Like
super nerdy
horrible
ones.
Game breaker ones.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Which horrible one are you gonna pick?
The next one I think I'm picking, and of course we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here. I'm gonna go with Toxic Seed.
I wanted that one.
This is a fairly minor one that you won't see too often, where Toxic is a move where it applies poison, but it gets doubles the damage every time it acts, and then Leech Seed is a move where it drains HP from the enemy Pokemon every turn. And if you have both of them at the same time, then Leech Seed's damage will also double every time, which is actually extremely powerful. And so again, it's kind of a way of taking a move and making it better. Leech Seed, for whatever reason, is not a move that is in the format that we play. Although it is actually, it's like not a terrible move. I guess the biggest thing is you can just switch away when it happens. But
people got out of the habit of using it because it was broken on the early simulators.
Okay, that's weird.
But it wasn't one of those things that, like a lot of stuff that was broken made a comeback, especially on Net Battle, like stuff like Rap and was really big for a while, and I think people ended up like clausing that out just because it was tedious.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why Leech Seed isn't really in that sort of class of things that now people use.
Is it unique to the Bulbasaur line?
No, the Execute line can learn it. So that was actually one of the classic Executor movesets from the really early days, like the Nintendo tournament days. Was to use basically the Toxic Leech Seed combination. I don't even think it had an attacking move.
Wow.
I think it was really just like it was like double team rest Toxic Leech Seed, and it was just designed to just sort of sit there and slowly kill stuff while other stuff missed. Like honestly, that sounds like a pretty lousy version of Pokemon, but, you know, you have to admire the creativity.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, again, with this glitch, it's kind of along the same theme with a lot of ones I've picked, where it's kind of taking a move, making it better, and it's also kind of this like cute, like strange interaction.
Yeah.
What's
All
next?
right, what's my next one? Yeah, we're really getting to the bottom of the
Yeah, I
barrel
think we
here.
only have these two left, right? Oh, we also have Link Battle Desync.
I'm actually going with Link Battle Desync.
Really, I'm shocked. Okay, this is not what I would imagine you to go with.
No, I mean this one's at least fun because it
Is it though?
it is fun because it makes the game act super weird.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
This
so
is
this
just
is
like-
this thing where you have a link battle, which is where you fight Pokemon over a link cable, which is how you could originally fight Pokemon. And basically, they have to keep in sync with each other so that like both games have the same idea of what the battle looks like.
Yeah, they both actually they sync the random number seed and then they both perform the calculations. And this is a problem because certain things it does not actually get right about like getting them in sync, because sometimes like what move the game thinks you use, like if you're suddenly unfrozen through either fire moves or haze, might be actually the last thing that you hovered over, but the other Game Boy has no idea of that. So like the things use different moves, they get out of sync, all hell breaks loose. It's kind of fun to watch things sort of spiral as time goes on, but you know, I'm drafting it so low, it's not like I don't like this.
All right, so the
I
last.
sit with it.
All right, well put. The last two we have are 256 HP recovery and S9 stat recalculation. I'm gonna go with S9 stat recalculation here.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. For some reason I thought you kind of liked the 256 HP recovery.
No, I hate it. I absolutely fucking hate it. And the thing I like about the S9 stat recalculation is that I think it's really cute when I'm paralyzed and I get to use agility and become faster than the other person. I think it's just like a really fun thing to do, and that's why I like the glitch.
Yeah, I mean, I especially really hate the one where it's like you get like a special down from something and then you're slower than the other guy, and it's just like
What the fuck is happening? Yeah.
Like seriously, like go to fucking school and learn how to program.
Wow, Matt calling out the programmers of Pokemon.
I know, who are trying to like compress this amazing game into like,
yeah, and
space.
who, by the way, made a fantastic achievement that like swept the world.
Yeah, but still, like this was just lazy ass shit where it's just like running the whole like stat recalculation loop in places where it doesn't need to. Like, write a test. All right. I guess I can only pick 256 HP recovery. This is where recover and rest will fail if you're a current HP total HP minus current HP is a multiple of 256.
Awful.
This is just because they only checked the basically the low bite on this, and just again just fucking shitty stuff. This has really hurt people in like some of the worst, in just some of the worst random ways. Like, people think of this as like being the same as like the 256 misses. It is so different.
Yeah, because
It
this
is
one
so fucking
one
different.
forces you to pay attention. Like, if you want to play well, you have to be like, okay, what exact HP is my Pokemon at? Does that mean I can use recover or not? Right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a very
Fuck
stupid thing
this.
to have to think
Yeah.
about.
Fuck this nerd shit.
And we don't need to go too much into it because we already ranted about
sucks.
this in a previous episode.
Yep. It sucks. It's the worst.
All right. Also, honorable mention here. This is not a glitch in Pokemon, but there is a glitch in Super Smash Bros. 64 where a Pokemon will come out of a Pokeball, and it's very clearly a Hitmonlee, and it says Psyduck, Psy, as though it's a Psyduck. And it is baffling. It's just completely baffling how that managed to make it past any kind of testing of the game. It is so very weird, and I've always enjoyed it.
All right, let's go.
By let's go, you mean...
Segment concludes.
All right, great.
Good draft.
Yeah.
Good game.
So, here's the thing. This is going to be our longest episode ever because I also have a segment, and my segment needs to happen this episode.
Today?
Because it's going to inform next episode. What we're doing for the next segment is, it is also a draft, in fact. We are going to be drafting the Pokemon in this format. We're going to be making teams out of them, and they're going to be battling them for next episode.
What?
Yes.
You didn't... That's not the rules.
What do you mean that's not the rules?
The rules is random battle.
Listen, it's gonna be our 50-second episode spectacular.
No, but our 50-second is just I drink on it.
You can still drink.
It's a power. No. You're surprising me with this. That's not fair.
I wanted to surprise you.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Because it's not a multiple of 10. Multiple of 10 is,
but it's our,
is a special episode.
Listen, let's tell the viewers something special here. This is our penultimate episode.
This is our penultimate regular episode. Regularly scheduled episode.
After this, we are likely going, first of all, to intermittent episodes, and secondly, back to a podcast format, because it's easier. And so, we have been doing this show for essentially a year now, and we have decided to, cool it with the full-on weekly, schedule.
It's a lot of fun, but it's also just...
work.
It's like a regular thing, and, it's as stuff has sort of returned to normal-ish, hopefully continuing to, fingers crossed. It's not great to every Thursday have to make sure nothing else is going on.
Yeah, and so I thought it would be fun, basically, for this special last episode to do a special battle. And
well, I'm not digging it.
And the special battle, I thought it'd be fun to have it be instead of just the random teams in this format, have it be some of the best possible teams in this format. And what better way to do that than to draft them?
This is so unfair because you've had a chance to think about what
Pokemon
are good.
Here's the thing. I intentionally have not thought about this. I knew I had this idea a long time ago, but I haven't actually done any thinking about how I'd actually perform the draft.
Don't you ever fucking surprise me like this again.
All right, let's begin. So I have here in the spreadsheet the current listing of the Pokemon and their levels in our format.
Spreadsheet. I should have known.
And because you are clearly so upset, and because I went first in the previous draft, I'm going to allow you to go first on this draft.
This is just pressure.
So, if you want, I can sort these by level, or we can just look through them.
Sort them by level.
Okay. So I think for that...
I think the level's going to inform a lot of it.
Let's do that. So, data sort, range, has header, sort by level, Z to A. There we go.
Whew. All right.
All right.
Let's see. I think with my top pick, I'm going to take Venonat.
Interesting. All right. I would not have expected Venonat.
He's such a double powder dude.
He is the classic double powder dude. I will not deny that. All right. Interesting. That I was not anticipating that. I think in response to the Venonat pick, I gotta go with the old standby Ivysaur.
I was tempted to take that too, especially because Venonat's level has fallen a little bit.
Yeah, Ivysaur, of course, famously was the original choice. It was one of the best. It was the best Pokemon in this format. It's since fallen on relatively hard times, but it's still extremely powerful. And of course, you want to have a good sleeper in your team, generally speaking. So if Matt takes Venonat, then I think I got to go with Ivysaur.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Are we picking moves for these guys?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so we're picking moves.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What do I want next? I think I want to go Vulpix here.
All right. Interesting.
Vulpix really scares me in this format.
Vulpix is a scary mon for sure. All right. I am going to scroll down a little bit here. Go a little bit towards the lower end.
Actually evolved ones?
Yeah. And I'm going with Mr. Golem.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think Golem is very important in this format. It's a good anti-Vulpix, of course.
I'm gonna pick Ghastly.
All right. Ghastly's solid. We got Matt on Ghastly.
Oh, I'm picking up poison weaknesses, though.
All right. What do you got? I think I have an idea of what I want here. I just want to... Yeah. I think I have to go with Execute.
Oh, you motherfucker! That I was hoping to take that one. I was debating between Ghastly or Execute, I felt like whichever one I picked, you would take the other one.
Yeah, so of course, Execute.
God damn it.
The thing is, I already have a sleeper, so I
bummed.
already have Ivysaur as a sleeper, but Execute being the one good psychic Pokemon in this format is a very important Pokemon,
Yeah.
and since he has a Ghastly
You're winning this draft.
and a Venonat, it's
You're
going to
winning
be
this battle.
very important.
Huh. Okay.
So what we can do is we can have a little list of Pokemon we've picked so far. So you have Venonat, and then you have Ghastly, and you have
Vulpix.
Vulpix. Actually, Vulpix was second. And my first pick was
I am not liking my team anymore.
Ivysaur, and then Golem.
Can we do a redraft?
Nope, we cannot.
All right.
Literally impossible.
I need some fucking ground counters quick. I'm gonna go with Squirtle.
Yep, Squirtle's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. This is gonna get tricky for sure. This is interesting.
Probably not for our viewers.
So, I have a couple of ideas of things I want to pick up. I'm just trying to look through the list for like examples of those things that are like relatively high level. Okay, I think I got one. So we're gonna go. I apologize for this.
Wait, you're guys just gonna scroll through all the Pokemon? This is great.
It's only gonna take a minute. I just want to find.
Also, I just want to tell all the viewers I'm sitting on the world's most uncomfortable piano bench right now.
This piano bench is very comfy.
I'm also one cheek off.
That's the thing is we're kind of squeezed together on this bench. You can scoot a bit closer to me,
Okay.
buddy. We can be buddies. All right. This is really tough. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Mankey.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Sorry. I'm gonna pick on Chop.
You're ready to pick Choppy?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Choppy.
Yeah.
Choppy's a big one.
Good. Okay.
The thing is, the Ghastly is making me like a lot of things I'd normally pick. I'm now very hesitant about because of the Ghastly.
Yeah, the Ghastly. I needed that. I'm now off the screen again. How did I get closer to you? I'm more off the screen.
You're good. You're good.
Now I'm good, but when I look over there,
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
Don't worry about it.
All right. I'm gonna go with Moltres.
All right, Moltres.
I mean, Moltres, I feel like has lost a lot of level, but still.
Yeah, Moltres
punches above
currently
its weight.
at level 54. Definitely on the lower side in this format.
Well, gotta have that special. Also, will scare your Execute a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for at this point, basically. Scare the Execute.
Look at you with your double fire types. Interesting.
Oh, I forgot I had Vulpix.
What? You're making some questionable strategic decisions here. That's all I'll say.
Double fire. I mean, yeah, those. Well, I figure I'll probably pick something else to try to wall golem a little bit.
All right. I am gonna go ahead and choose War Turtle here. I think I don't have any water type representation yet, and War Turtle is quite a contender here. Probably weaker than Squirtle, but not by much.
Yeah.
And
fair.
since you have double fire type, it's not the worst choice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what I have here. Kind of light on paralysis. I guess I'm kind of light just generally on status in general. You know what? Get me Bellsprout. I feel like Bellsprout is underrated.
Would you say you're feeling kind of Bellsprout?
Yeah. But I don't know. I've now really loaded up with poisons. But hey, I also have 2 Pokemon that are basically just for countering Execute, so maybe it'll work.
Alright, so my last pick here is going to be, let's put Matt in here under Bellsprout, just for fun, and I took Choppy. Yeah, I'm gonna pick you.
Are you gonna do Horrifying Pidgey?
Here's the thing, Pidgey, yes, is horrifying, but it's
It
so
gets
badly
walled by
walled by,
Ghastly,
just
yeah.
incredibly walled by
I
Ghastly.
was thinking about like, oh, do I need like a rock ground? And I'm like, fuck it, I got Ghastly.
All right, so tough choices by Ilya. The book.
This is gonna be a book length episode.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I warned you. This is going to be our longest episode yet.
Fucking piano bench.
Hey, I'm feeling that too, let me just say. I am as well feeling it. I'm gonna go ahead and take Zubat. Zubat is way up there
Wow.
at number 2.
That's bold.
It's got double edge, it's got confuse ray. What more do you need?
Huh.
What, do you think
decent,
Zubat's
decent stats? Wasn't that the 10 least? Wasn't that number 10 in worst stats?
It's definitely down there, but come on, it's level 75.
Yeah.
You got to give it some credit.
All right.
Well,
I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, we'll find out
On
next time
the next
on
exciting episode
Mans
of
Who Play Mons.
Mons.
Now we can get into our
Now
actual
there's
battle.
now there's still a show.
Yeah, the actual show is now beginning. We are 40 minutes in. We're about to start looking at our
Yeah,
actual
if you're
teams.
looking at your bingo board,
Yeah.
which you're not because
Who does that?
people have kind of forgotten about that.
Anyhow, let's have a look at my team for this battle.
But us,
So, did you enjoy the draft?
it's okay, I guess.
Okay. All right. Here's my team. So, leading off, we have a Mewtwo at level 28. This is among the worst Pokemon in the format, unfortunately for Mewtwo. It is just extremely underleveled. And leading off, you can't really use it as a sleep foil. So, it's just kind of a very sad Pokemon, sitting there ready to get one shot. Next, we have a Magmar at level 53. This is a quite good fire type. It's got Confuse Ray, it's got Body Slam, it can learn Psychic, although it doesn't have it here. It's just a nice man. Then we got a Doduo at 55. This is a very scary bird. Certainly lower level than a lot of the other scary birds in this format, but it's solid. It's a good mon. Then we have Seaking, just kind of a mediocre water type, not much more to say about it. We have a Beedrill, which is terrible. Again, not much more to say about that, just a bad Pokemon. And we got a Wigglytuff, just kind of a mediocre normal type.
These nicknames make no sense.
So I'm going to ask you, first of all, I'm going to express my surprise that you have not picked up on the meaning of the nicknames, but I will ask you to ponder them sequentially, reading left to right, and then up to down.
Okay, left to right and then up to down?
Yeah. So Mewtwo first, and then Magmar, and then Doduo.
I see chariots of Facebook.
So I'm going to have to ask you to exercise a modicum of creativity and kind of lateral thinking here. just the merest amount.
I saw chariots.
All right, well, try to think about what might happen after chariots.
I would think chariots of barn.
Okay. All right, good. We're getting there. We're making progress now.
Chariots of Facebook resident nurse.
If I was writing Chariots of Barn.
Yeah. Okay. So Facebook, I don't understand at all. This is RN.
Okay, great. So resident nurse, of course, can be abbreviated as RN.
Okay.
How can Facebook
Chariots
be
of
abbreviated?
FB, this is so stupid.
Great job. You figured it out.
This was good until you made it stupid. Just get this off my screen.
How is it ever good if you didn't understand what it was even doing? You just like the randomness of it?
It was good when it was just the letters.
All right, cool.
When you tried to make it like stupid abbreviations and stuff, I didn't like it anymore.
I like that Beedrill just screaming. Anyway.
All right, get off my screen.
No. Here's the thing. This team, it's fine. It doesn't really have a particularly good Pokemon among it, right? Like the MVPs are probably Magmar and Doduo, which are not really the strongest Pokemon in the format by any means. So and it definitely has a couple of clunkers. So it's just kind of a average to below average team. That's all. Tell me about your team.
This is my team.
Tell me about it.
It starts off with Rattata. Rattata
is great.
Is good.
Amazing.
Yeah, neither of us drafted him though.
Yeah, still great though.
Yeah, still good. Has Dragonite on it too. Dragonite sucks.
Yep.
Dragonite's like, please hit me with a blizzard. Like he's waving at you. So please hit me with the blizzard.
Hey.
Spearow? Spearo's a good bird.
Oh yeah,
pretty
great
scary.
bird. Very scary bird.
I'd say Pidgey's a great bird.
I was definitely considering. I was trying to think of a scary bird to take during the draft, and Spearow was definitely one that I could have taken. I'm not sure why I didn't.
Yeah. I guess. I guess like if you want that drill peck to not get walled by the.
Yeah, you want the drillback to eat the gas
Eat the
flea.
ghost.
Yeah.
Seadra. Wow. Like,
yeah, that's all you can say.
like
Really.
normally
Seadra,
you'd
wow.
think your low level water type would have something good about it.
Yep.
Like it would be Slowbro or Lapras or Starmie. This is just a bad water type that's also at a low level.
Yep.
It's not good.
Very sad Pokemon.
Ditto. Ditto's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's the
Ditto's
best you can say about it.
Graveler. Graveler's weaker than Golem.
It's still pretty. It's not bad though.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
This is a good team, man.
This is.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's a good
It's
team.
not a good team. It's an okay team.
You got Rattata, you got Spearow. It's all
You
you
have
need.
Rattata and Spearow. You got two guys that are good attackers, but without a lot of bulk to them. There's not a lot of bulk on this team.
Yeah, I mean Graveler, I guess.
Graveler's he's like physical attack bulky, but he's kill me with a single special move, not bulky.
All right, let's get into the battle.
Yeah, I think we disagree on how strong this team is, but whatever.
I will say I think it's fairly clear that my team is weaker
I think
than
your
yours.
team is weaker.
Yeah. All right.
But they don't play this game on a spreadsheet.
They play it
on
in
this weird empty
website.
field.
Yeah. So we got my level 28 Mewtwo up against a level 63 Rattata. Great start to this battle. I am not pleased about this matchup. I imagine this Mewtwo is about to get one shot with a Body Slam. And you know, I'm just like, it's not worth trying to save it. So I'm just going to go ahead and Psychic here. If I had Thunder Wave, I would love Thunder Wave here. Imagine Thunder Waving this Rattata. It would be amazing. But I don't have Thunder Wave. This Mewtwo's moveset is Psychic Amnesia, Recover, and Blizzard.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't have a whole lot of options against a Rattata.
I call that the half measures Mewtwo.
Because it doesn't have Rest?
Well, because it isn't the super defensive one, but it also isn't the Thunderbolt Blizzard one that's trying to get super effective stuff.
So yeah, basically I just go with the Psychic here. I'm like, all right, let's try to get a tiny bit of damage here, but I don't see this Mewtwo doing basically anything here.
I'm kind of fearing Thunder Wave, so I don't know. I'm not looking to leave Rattata in here. I decided to switch to Ditto because I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
To like turn into the Mewtwo, but have more HP.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's at a low level, it's still a Mewtwo. It's still gonna have some decent stats, and now I can actually be one with a high level and like actual HP.
All right. In comes Ditto.
Also, at this point, we were like 8 battles in, right?
Yeah, this was...
We had been playing a marathon of battles trying to find a good one.
Yep.
And we were also in the same room, which really threw me off.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because you were telling me what your strategy was, basically?
Yeah, kind of accidentally, just like reacting to stuff.
All right. So, in comes your Ditto, takes a nice little chunk of HP from the Psychic. Of course, I have no intention of keeping in my Mewtwo against the Ditto. I don't know why you would ever think that I'd let you do that.
I don't know. It's only a level 28 Mewtwo. I'm going to have level 28 stats.
Don't care. Don't want a Mewtwo at level 57. So, looking at my Pokemon here, I generally, when I'm thinking about a Ditto, I want to look for a Pokemon that is ideally higher level than a Ditto, but like either a super weak Pokemon or one that's higher than a Ditto, so that like I can contend with a Ditto relatively easily. I decided to go with Doduo here. It's my highest level Pokemon, and that's why I send out.
I use Transform.
Cool. Well done.
That's what I have.
All right, we got a...
Look, I'm a Doduo now.
You're a Ditto Doduo. And at this point, I'm like, all right, cool. I guess we're gonna have a Doduo off. And I'm going to go ahead and Agility here so that I'm faster than it.
I decide... What the hell did I do here? Oh, there I did. Look, it can select it for me on the screen. I decided to send out Graveler because I can just wall this Doduo.
Yeah, fair enough. And I now perform the feat of being faster than a Graveler. Very important.
Yeah, at this point I gave you some in-person shit. I think about like, oh wow, look at how fast you are. You're faster than one whole Graveler.
Yep. So that was a little bit embarrassing.
A fast Pokemon.
But yeah, I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just switch in Seeking. Seeking is fairly tanky, and of course takes out Graveler in one hit.
I body slammed. I was like, I'm gonna paralyze something. He's gonna switch.
And here it comes. So
I didn't paralyze shit.
Thankfully, I didn't get paralyzed. And yeah, now I'm ready to surf.
Well, I'm getting the hell out of there. I sent out Ditto.
Great.
I'm just kind of having fun.
Well, Ditto is now at half HP due to your shenanigans. And once again, I don't want you copying my level 44 Pokemon to have a level 57 version of it, so I switched Doduo back in.
Transform.
What was that, Matt? Would you care to repeat that?
Transform.
Say it with confidence.
Transform.
Great. Good job.
This is not my usual setup. I'm very thrown off.
All right.
I just keep on being a Doduo.
Yeah. This Doduo is doomed to be a Doduo.
Doduo?
Yeah.
Doduo.
This time I anticipate a Graveler switch, and I decide to go with Double Edge here. I could just as easily Body Slam, which probably would be a better choice against the Graveler, but I figure if he does keep the Ditto in, then, you know, Double Edge might be able to one-shot it, so that's what I go with.
Yeah, I go with, like, I'm gonna fucking be tricky, man. I'm not gonna keep this guy in again. That's what I did last, no, I'm not gonna switch out again. That's what I did last time. I'm gonna keep the guy in. I'm gonna keep him in. I'm gonna get all fast so I can maybe outspeed him if he doesn't do a thing. I don't think he's in kill me with one hit range. I don't think he's there.
All right. So what do?
I use agility like I said I did.
All right. There's the agility.
See, look, I became 2 of me.
And then you fainted.
That surprised me. I didn't like this.
Yeah, Doduo not known for being a particularly tanky Pokemon.
But he has 57 Ditto HP.
Yeah, great. Amazing. All right.
That's not nothing.
What do you send in against my Doduo?
Graveler.
Good job. Yeah, you read the text. Well done. Well played.
I don't know how you do this setup that you have.
All right.
You're looking everywhere.
Yep, that's what I do. So, of course, I don't want to keep in the Doduo against the Graveler, no more than I did earlier. I send out Seeking once again.
I figure I'm just going to Quake. He's not going to keep the Doduo in, and this time I'm going to do more damage. I like doing damage.
And so, as Planty By said, you predict it. I pay the price for the switch in.
Look at that damage.
Yeah, pretty good damage.
It's good damage.
It's good damage.
It's good damage.
It's good damage.
The damage is good.
Yep. I anticipate a switch here again. Obviously, he's not going to keep in a Graveler against my Sea King.
No, I'm not fucking stupid.
I'm not sure what you'll switch into. Generally speaking, if you don't know what...
Generally speaking,
if you don't know what the switch is going to be, a Blizzard will be better than a Surf. You have a chance to freeze. It has better type effectiveness. And so I just use Blizzard here.
I don't like any of my switches, but I send in Rattata, I guess.
All right.
I was doing a lot of I'll do this, I guess, this battle. I don't know. I was just a little bit... I felt sort of good that you weren't gonna, I figured you probably weren't gonna surf just because, like, you would expect that I'd send the guy out, and I figured, probably not gonna get a stabbed surf or whatever. So I figured the rat wouldn't die.
Well, the rat didn't die or get frozen,
Yep.
but it took some damage, so I'm fine with that. And yeah, this Sea King is on its last legs, or its last fins, so I just go ahead and use Surf here.
I used Body Slam because kill it.
And kill it you did. Alright, so next I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing against this Rattata. I'm pretty terrorized by this thing at this point.
Terrified of?
Terrorized by.
He didn't even terrorize you that much. He only killed your Sea King. I feel like he has to do more action before he terrorizes you.
Well, I feel terrorized. I need to figure out what I can send in against...
feel terrified.
I need to figure out what I can send in against the Rattata. And this thing, of course, is super fast. I don't really have a Pokemon that is faster than it. In fact, I will definitively say I do not have a Pokemon faster than it. And so, looking at my team here, I decided to go with the old resident nurse here, Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff can Thunder Wave, which is a huge, huge deal against Rattata. It can counter, which is a huge deal against Rattata. It's generally a pretty good matchup, so that's why I switch in.
Yeah, I don't like this.
And given that you just use Body Slam, I decided to counter here. So I decided to take advantage of the counter carryover glitch, which I quite enjoy, because I figure if you're attacking me, you're going to be using normal move, and if you're not attacking me and you're switching, then I can counter your previous Body Slam against my Sea King.
I sent out Seadra. My thoughts were, what if he has Sing? What if he has Thunder Wave? What if he has all these things that, like, my good Pokemon care about, but shitty Seadra won't, because it's shitty. The only thing that might potentially make this backfire is if he has an electric move, but...
I don't think Wigglytuff gets those. I mean, in this
format. It learns
format.
Thunderbolt on the TM.
But does it ever have
Do
it
they
in
give
this?
it to it ever? I think so sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
All right. Well,
if not, you should write a letter to your congressperson.
out comes Seadra, takes a sweet-ass carryover
bullshit.
counter.
I hated this.
I love this.
This is the, like... It's the stupidest. No one should like this.
Well, I like it. So, you are slightly faster than me, sadly.
I'm more speeded.
But I'm not concerned about you doing anything in particular to this Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is tough. And I just use Thunder Wave here, figuring, hey, let's get you paralyzed and then figure out what I'm doing.
Surf.
Surf.
Not a lot.
Thunder Wave, you're paralyzed. All right, good turn.
Thunder Wave.
Solid turn. This time I'm just like, all right, let's finish you off. Let's go with Body Slam.
I went with a thing called Surf.
Great job. Great work. Well done.
I survive it, which is like a miracle.
Yeah.
And I get,
you
a
get
crit.
a crit.
This is a great turn.
Double miracle.
This is a good turn.
So yeah, I wasn't too happy about taking this much damage to Seadra. Then again, it is just a level 47 really tough. But yeah, time to finish you off with the Body Slam.
Surf.
R.I.P.
I'm dead. You're not even gonna let me faint?
It'll happen.
Okay. I decided to go with Dragonite. I figured Dragonite can't do much, but it should be able to finish off this Wigglytuff. Because it's also faster.
Alright. We got a Dragonite. I figure, cool, if I survive one hit from this thing, I can Blizzard it and do massive amounts of damage. And if I don't, then, not the end of the world. So I use Blizzard.
I use Blizzard too. I mean, I gave some thought to the beam here, but I'm just so terrified of someone else switching in and then, I don't know, just looking stupid and shit.
Yeah.
I decided to go with Blizzard. I was like, ooh, I hope it'll be enough. It might be enough. It might not be enough. But I just go with it.
All right, and you get the crit. My theory, if you hadn't gotten the crit, that would not have been enough.
Yeah. Well, you might also miss. Anything could happen.
It's Pokemon. Anything can happen.
Anything could happen. And that's because of the 256 miss. Remember that.
Right. I remember that, viewers. So at this point, I'm like, all right, we have a Dragonite here. It dies to a single ice move by anything. I have a Mewtwo that's not really doing anything in this battle. I might as well send it in and try to get a Blizzard off. So that's what I do. And I use Blizzard.
I decided I'm going to paralyze this Mewtwo.
Questionable.
Well, it's a level 39 Dragonite. Who cares? Like, this thing's done its job. It, kills something a little bit.
All right. So you use Thunder Wave?
I use Thunder Wave.
All right. There's the wave. And here is the Blizzard. Doesn't
Can't
quite
even kill me.
Still,
Can't even kill me.
I'm pretty happy with this. Mewtwo generally does nothing. Here it did something.
I could say the same about Dragonite.
And yeah, I'm using...
If you're level 39 walking around with an ice weakness like that,
yeah,
you're gonna get killed. And then everything is Blizzard.
So yeah, I use Psychic here to finish it off.
I use the beam. I know I'm dead.
There's the beam. I survived it, which I'm pretty surprised by.
Does some nice damage.
I was actually expecting to get one hit there. But yeah, that worked out nicely. I'm pretty happy with Mewtwo's performance there, given his level. What next?
What is next? I sent out Rattata. I figured, this guy's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, and of course, Mewtwo is not doing anything more in this battle. Perfectly happy leaving it in.
I'm just I don't think I realized it at this point, but I'm hemorrhaging Mons.
Yeah.
I got guys dead everywhere.
To be fair, they're mostly bad.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit weird. I'm like, where are all my Pokemon? And then I realize, oh yeah, you've been just getting rid of these shitty guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, you still have your Rattata at 72% HP, and I'm still very, very afraid.
Yeah. All right, I body slam with it.
All right.
As one does.
R.I.P. Mewtwo. So, against the Rattata, my options are dwindling. I have a Duo remaining, a Magmar, and a Beedrill. My ace in the hole, of course. I decided to send in a good old butt duck here. So Magmar, if it gets a Fire Blast off on this Rattata, would be a coup, absolute coup. So that's why I decided to send in. And it can also take a hit, okay. So I use Fire Blast.
So, I gave some thought to sending out Graveler here, because Graveler's going to resist, it's going to resist the Fire Blast. But I also didn't want to switch it in, potentially have it take multiple Fire Blasts, and then not have something that would wall the Doduo. Because my normal guys, yeah, they're probably stronger than the Doduo, but I also don't know what's next. I don't like that Doduo really harming them. So I figure Rattata is going to fight the Magmar. And my hope is that I can Body Slam, paralyze it, and then make it, sort of soften it up a little bit and deal with it that way.
All right, well, let's see what happens. There's your Body Slam, fails to paralyze, and here is a sweet-ass critical hit Fire Blast.
I hated this.
Finishing off your Rattata.
I don't think the non-crit kills it. Do you think the non-crit kills it?
Certainly not.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was an amazing turn. I was really shocked that the Rattata just went down in one hit like that, and I badly needed something like that to happen.
I was disappointed.
So
I
yeah,
was disappointed. This Rattata
Good-
was gonna do some good work.
Good
and it
shit.
Did little good work.
so what is next for my Magmar?
I was still thinking like, I was still thinking, I really don't want to get Graveler burnt. I decided to send in Spearow.
All right, in comes Spearow. And yeah, I am not too happy that Matt's last Pokemon is also extremely scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't exactly have a good counter for a Spearow. My remaining Pokemon are Doduo, Magmar, and of course Beedrill. Can't do anything against a bird. Magmar is okay. So as long as Magmar can survive a hit here, and amazingly, it is just 1 speed point faster than Spearow, which is a very big deal.
This I also didn't see. I forgot to check this. I was sure that I was going to outspeed this thing.
Well,
I messed up.
as a wise man once said, try hovering.
Yeah.
I use Fire Blast here. That's what you do against the Spearow.
Yeah, knowing that the Spearow isn't faster makes me actually like the idea of switching in the Graveler here.
Yeah,
instead.
I feel like the Graveler's a better choice here.
But I was operating under the assumption that I might be able to crit Double Edge and just have this thing out of my way.
So, you go Double Edge?
I went with Double Edge.
I went Fire Blast. Let's see.
I saw you move first and was mad.
And I survived it,
I don't
amazingly.
even kill it.
So yeah, that was a great turn.
I hate this butt duck.
This Buttock is doing fabulous work this battle. And I just need to finish it off the Spearow at this point. Unfortunately, my attacks are not the most accurate in the world. My attacks are Fire Blast and Body Slam and Hyper Beam. Now, Body Slam, I'm not confident can actually finish this thing off. So I go with Hyper Beam, which is 90% accurate, versus Fire Blast, 85%. I'm hoping hard that you don't switch in the Graveler here, because I would really eat shit if that happened.
Yeah, I should have done that. I'm fucking pissed. I just figured death time. And
Okay.
I used Drill Peck.
Death time, indeed. There's the beam. It hits.
God damn.
R.I.P. Spearow.
I mean,
Buttock
That's-
claims another victim.
that's sort of like a... I feel like that Graveler switch is risky, but like, damn, I wish I made it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm not confident you're going to switch over to Beam.
Well, I'm certainly not going to stay with a Fire Blast.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, even knowing that... I guess even knowing that I have a Graveler, you're not a little bit...
I'm
afraid
not going to...
that-
If I'm trying to finish off a Spearow, I'm not using Fire Blast.
Yeah. But you're not even a little afraid I'm going to do the Graveler gambit?
I am, but I don't know.
Okay. Because now, like, looking at it now, it's like, fuck, why didn't I send out the fucking Graveler?
All right, well, now you have to send out the Graveler, because there's nobody
now
else.
I'm out of Pokemon.
Here's the Graveler that you've been so
And it's
keen
like,
on saving this
this
entire
guy-
battle.
This guy needs to do some really good work.
Yeah. I'm feeling okay here, but of course the Graveler is strong against all 3 of my remaining Pokemon, so it's not exactly. What I really love here is a burn. I'm really hoping that Fire Blast either crits or burns. That's going to make a huge difference here. I use Fire Blast, obviously.
I'm going to Body Slam. I don't know what his last guy is. He might switch, and it might be something that could benefit from being paralyzed, so I just use Body Slam. He's at such low HP anyway.
I did say, obviously, I could have easily used Confuse Ray here. I was thinking about it for sure, but I just felt like Fire Blast had a better return on investment here. Because if you can freeze the ray and the thing like immediately becomes unconfused, then you haven't really done anything. I really wanted to get some damage in and potentially that burn, so that's why I went with Fire Blast. So there's the Fire Blast, solid hit.
This is brutal.
And a burn.
This is brutal.
And I do faint though.
Thank God that, if that didn't kill you, I would have probably flipped the chair that I was in.
But yeah, the Magmar absolutely did its job here. My only goal here now is to finish off this Graveler. I'm still not fully confident in my ability to do so, but the fact that it's burned is a huge, huge difference here, of course, because it means its attack is halved. So I switch in Doduo here, hoping I don't need to use the pitifully weak Beedrill. And I use Double Edge here, because that's its most powerful attack.
I'm using Rock Slide here. Even though I'm burnt, I just gotta keep hitting it with what's the most powerful.
Yep. Alright, there's Double Edge. Solid 20%, kind of sad. And there's Rock Slide.
That's what's sad. You want
Yeah.
to look at sad, only doing 41% to a fucking Doduo.
Yeah, for the record, if you haven't been burnt, that could have been the one in KO.
Yep.
And yeah, so I use another Double Edge here, hoping for a crit, basically, because I feel like if I don't crit here, Beedrill's going to have a hard time figuring out this Graveler.
I use Rock Slide again.
Alright. There's your burn damage from last turn. Here's the Double Edge. And here is the Rock Slide.
Thank God they both hit.
R.I.P. Doduo.
Things are getting interesting.
Things are getting interesting. So, Matt, at this point, has not seen my Beedrill. He doesn't know what my last mon is. All all I have to do is finish off a 19% HP Graveler. That's burnt. Now, here's the thing. If you look at my Beedrill's moveset, it is Twin Needle, Hyper Beam, Sword Dance, and Agility. So, Twin Needle realistically isn't going to do anything against a Rock Ground type. Hyper Beam, of course, has a recharge turn associated with it, so I don't really have good options for attacking here. But I feel like I need to basically beam here and hope that I get a critical hit. And or hope that you just die to burn damage. So, I go with Hyper Beam here.
At this point, I just feel like I'm kind of fucked. I've given up. And I decided I'm going to explode him. I figure, like, I need a crit. Like, I don't think a burned explosion is going to kill him. But I also kind of think that, like, even... I'm probably drastically overestimating the power of this Beedrill, but at the time I felt like, you know, there's a risk that like a beam and then the burn would just kill it anyway. So
I feel like if I had a double edge, then I'd be in a better position here, because I would be trying to do probably double edge first turn and then beam second turn.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, fuck, let's blow it up, see what happens.
Fair enough. Perfectly reasonable. And let's indeed see what happens. So here's the Hyper Beam. Doesn't quite finish you off. Explosion doesn't quite kill me, and the battle's over. I won.
Yeah. You win on me just destroying myself.
Yeah, well, though, for the record, like, yeah, so this is interesting to think about, because if you hadn't exploded here, if you'd used Rock Slide, then you probably would have done, like, a similar, maybe not quite as much damage, right? But, like, imagine you did, like, you know, 30 or 40% damage.
Yep.
And then maybe you could have exploded the second turn while I was trying to recharge from Hyper Beam.
Well, I mean, don't I die of the burn damage? That burn damage is doing what, like
5% or something? It's not doing that much.
It's doing a 16th?
You don't, here, watch. You don't die to the burn damage.
How much does it do?
So we're looking at the previous, the duo fight here, and now we're going to look at that beam. I'm going to pause right after the beam. There. You absolutely survived that. You take less than 7% of burn.
How do you know that?
Because burn doesn't do that much damage. I mean, we can look at... Okay, here. We can look at this turn. No, this turn. All right. So 45%, and then you go down from 45 to 40. So it's 5%.
So it's only doing about 5%.
Yeah, so you would have survived the burn.
I survived that, yeah.
So what you could have done is you could have gone Rock Slide into Explosion. You could have potentially tied the game.
Yeah, not worth it.
Anyway, yeah, fun battle. Big explodey finish to it. I could have easily lost there, or at least tied if you had crit there.
We just rolled through that battle too. Holy shit! It's not going to be a long episode.
We're trying to save our butts here.
Yeah.
So looking at my team for my MVP, I'm going to go with Magmar. Magmar just did absolutely huge amounts of work this battle.
Yeah, that fucker.
Really just decimated Matt's team and made a huge difference, taking out his most powerful Pokemon. Beedrill, here's the thing. Beedrill did do something, right? It got in... well, the damage it didn't actually matter, for one thing, right? Because all that really mattered was that Graveler killed itself and failed to kill Beedrill. And I don't feel as though tanking that explosion from a burnt Graveler is that big of an accomplishment.
Give it to Mewtwo. Mewtwo sucks.
Here's the thing about Mewtwo. It took out a Dragonite. That's something. That is something. So
Dragonite's worse.
I was actually fairly impressed with Mewtwo's performance. Beedrill I didn't feel like really did much, so I'm giving LVP to Beedrill, even though it won the battle.
Alright. Put my team up. I have to remember who's there.
Here's your team.
My MVP is Graveler.
Okay.
Graveler almost made shit really interesting despite being burnt.
Alright.
Graveler's a good guy. LVP's Ditto.
Not Dragonite?
I mean, it's close to a co-LVP situation, but Ditto did jack shit.
Well, he turned into a bird.
Great.
Right,
wow.
Fair enough. All right.
Does it won a fucking prize for that?
Maybe. Ditto doesn't get a lot in its life, you know.
Turn into a bird.
All right. Well, if you had played this battle differently, do you think you could have won?
Maybe. I mean, it's very possible that this last turn sequence goes differently
if you rock slide into
that,
explosion.
so I'd say like.
Well, you would have tied there though, not won.
Necessarily, yes. Well, tied is. I count tie as win.
Really, you set your sights too low.
I mean, just like look in terms of like probabilistically like good outcomes. Like tie, I think is better than Like I get, like it helps bring up my ratio. I think.
Do you
To
think
have
you could have
times.
actually won and not tied?
Maybe.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for that compelling answer.
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like
maybe
here's the
if
thing.
I like saved some of these shittier ones until the end, where they like resisted some interesting stuff.
Where I think you kind of flubbed this one was I think you didn't make good use of Graveler. Like I think you saved it for too long and you could have brought it in earlier.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think bringing it in where I sent in Spiro would have been wise. And then that would have just eaten Beedrill alive.
All right. Well,
I think you're right about that. I think I saw Spiro. I thought faster than Magmar. Get that butt duck out of my way. And yeah, in that case, Graveler's the right thing to switch in there.
all right, cool. Well, this has been episode 51 of Mans Who Play Mons. Still a normal length episode, but it's certainly shorter than anticipated given the huge amount of bullshit we did at the top.
Yeah, it's just a double stuffed bullshit episode.
And on that note, you can email us at manswhoplaymons@gmail.com with your favorite Pokemon glitch. That may or may not have been a previous prompt. You can visit our website at tinyurl.com/manswhoplaymons. You can...
Tell your friends to watch next week because
Yeah.
I'm getting trashed.
And it's the last episode, or at least the last regular one. And so, yeah, I have been Ilya.
I've been Matt.
And we will see you in a week for our 52nd episode spectacular. Well done.